I freaking stan The Blackening. The amount of times I laughed and clapped, it's the fact that this nut got hit twice in the same place. These two written out in the first 10 minutes and this nut being behind it all. Love it. Let me take it from the top. After our folks are taken out by an unidentified person, our other folks arrive to the crime scene. I mean, they're Airbnb to get settled in, with law enforcement trying to be nosy as always. Then we have people secreting with little rendezvous that don't last long before being exposed. So everyone gathers, then the lights go out, then they find a game room that was locked earlier, now mysteriously unlocked. So of course this means we need to check all of the rooms to make sure no one else is hiding in the house, or at the very least go outside as a pack to check for a backup generator, look inside our cars for some flashlights or matches. But no, they go into the room, find a game board called The Blackening, and are threatened into playing the game since they discovered their dude got hit with an arrow and Morgan is being held hostage. Not to mention, the door becomes locked again and no one thought to have at least one person stay outside the room. Okay. As they play, basically proving their blackness, one could say, or their knowledge about black history, culture. For some reason, of course, they get a question wrong, and of all the questions, it's the number one question they should have got right. But you know, they are able to get out of the room to rescue Morgan, but ended up getting crossbowed by a guy in a mask that is purposely problematic to the point it just looks ridiculous. There was no real thought placed into this mask, which I am happy about. This dude looks so silly. Like, look at this. Ridiculous. In another part of the game, they have to give whoever is the blackest, which instead they choose the one who is the least blackest. They give him up all for nothing. He winds up supposedly dead. They refuse to play the racially charged game board, which places them in sudden death. They choose to split up. The ones who choose to stay in the house for some reason find the operations in the basement, bump into Sheriff White. I love that I actually have met people out there who happen to have the same last name as their race. But either way, I love this actor. He's hilarious. Anyway, the half of them who went into the woods bump into the masked guy and mess him up good. Well, Allison does, after being given Adderall by accident. She jacks him up so thoroughly. It's revealed through keen observation that there's more than one masked assailant. Therefore, they have to go back to save the others who don't know. Now, if they had all just left together, none of this backtracking would be happening. Moving on, it was revealed Little Shrimp here has killed a few. Morgan and Sean, a black nurse, on a drunk driving accident and served 4 years in prison for it. Not 20, not even 10. There's people in prison for life for stealing cars. Can't. This man has basically killed a few of his own. He's deranged, blaming them for his choice to drink, his choice to get behind the wheel. It's outrageous that this man here got out of prison and his first instinct is not to find the family of the woman he killed, send the money, or spend the rest of his life to stopping drunk driving habits or any of that. Not even becoming a nurse himself. No. His first instinct is to kill more black women and people in general that he believes are responsible since they hurt his feelings and encouraged him to drink. Didn't encourage him to drive, didn't roofie him, physically abuse him, nor hold him down or force the alcohol down his throat or nothing. He just wants to kill them for his own mistake that the law recognized as his own mistake. Long story short, everyone except for Morgan and Sean live. I really like the unity they emphasized, how they overcame the situation, and even King specifically, how he said, no, this ain't that kind of movie. It was so lovely to see that, to see them overcome, to see black people surviving in this type of movie, you know, in this type of movie that was supposed to be the horror genre, quote unquote, but it was very much more of a comedy, and I enjoyed it. It's a must see. It's one of the faves, and I really appreciated how they even went back for them. They made a decision to separate, but at the same time, they didn't just keep going and say, oh yeah, we're just going to go find some help. No, they said, okay, there's another, we need to go back and we need to warn them and we need to protect them. And I think that's very beautiful that they didn't want to leave them behind. And they knew that sticking together in this case would have been better. It was a great movie. I just find it funny the way this film advertised itself as if they were going to be in this film and they just got taken out so casually and quick at that. It doesn't show her dying per se, but it's insinuated. Who knows? They might pull a fast one and bring her back in the second one, which was confirmed, mind you. It's happening. And I'm very excited for that. I'm happy. Let's get it. That's all for now. Stay tuned.